To my fellow interns, teachers, and mentors, distinguished guests, partners, parents, guardians, companions, my fellow interns, everyone, good afternoon. It's not every day that I get to stand in front of a crowd and deliver a speech, much less a speech that requires me to talk about myself and experiences. So believe me when I say I'm incredibly humbled to be here, hoping that in sharing my 7-day journey at NCCC or LTS Pinnacle Holdings for industrial and organizational setting, I also get to represent the stories of my fellow interns with the same honesty, humor, across agencies that we were lucky enough to be placed in. Let me start with the obvious. IO psychology hits very differently. Industrial organization or corporate HR sadly brought us a lot of emotions out of us. It was existential. What made this rotation distinct from the others was how slow everything suddenly felt. The entire 7-day felt more contained, more controlled, and heavily centered on desk work. Compared to the energy of other settings, the difference was striking. It challenged us to adapt not only in different pace, but also to a different definition of productivity. It made me realize something important. Significance in training doesn't always come from high-pressure tasks. Sometimes it comes from learning how to stay focused, engaged, disciplined, and purposeful, or awake. Even in quieter and more routine settings where your greatest enemy is not the workload, but the clock that seems to tick slow in motion. And speaking of clocks, the corporate HR setting has such a funny way of saying things. It never tells you directly this job requires patience. It simply gives you a whole stack of papers to shred. It never tells you to be adaptable, but it just moves you from one desk to another without warning. It never tells you to learn resilience. It hands you a printer that jams every 5 minutes or a laminating machine that almost burned itself. As if testing your emotional stability, the HR world doesn't lecture. It communicates through tasks, through office chairs that squeak at the wrong moments, through silence that suddenly makes you reflect on your entire life. It's a very creative form of character development, if you ask me. Now, throughout college, I often heard comments about how I seemed to be destined in HR. Makita ta ka sa HR, kay Maldito kay Kag-aura. I still don't know if that's a compliment or an insult or a character development or their creative way of saying I don't look friendly. Fit ka sa HR kasi ang systematic ang mag-work. Which makes sense because people who know me, I cannot survive without my calendars, trackers, to-do lists. Yeah, magamit lang ang pagka-perfectionist na ko. Funny because in IO setting, so far, walang perfect na nangyari at wala ding natuwa sa perfectionism ko. People would also say, smart ka tanong, kisigi kag laptop. Sorry, man. And when choosing electives, there was even one comment, if mag-clinical ka, basig makita pa kag-away sa rehab kaysa sa opisina. For the record, wala namang nangyari sa akin. Safe po ako, at I love working there. But here's the truth. People weren't wrong about my strengths, nor they were blind about my weaknesses. They've been pointing out lovingly since first year, and I honestly think that some people were excited to see me to enter the corporate setting, just to see me if I would sink or swim. I survived without coffee. Because IO setting is often described as downtime of the internship, a soft, quiet corner where everything feels slow, but the hum comes with risks, the gentle pull down of drowsiness, the slow fade of focus, and the creeping boredom that lurking behind silent offices. My love for coffee and soft drinks, sorry again ma'am, wasn't helping either. My UTI had other plans for me. I had to spend the entire rotation not relying on caffeine, but also on medications, gallons of water, and body pain, and emotional strength. Maybe this was the universe's way of reminding me that resilience comes in many forms, including resisting a bottle of Coke or a biscuit latte in a cafe nearby. But here's a surprising reality. As someone who is outgoing, talkative, and always surrounded by friends, the corporate setting suddenly felt isolating. My group mates, whom I very love, were scattered in different offices. And for the first time in a long time, I had to confront the fact that I didn't know how to spend long hours alone with myself. But this is not just my story. This setting humbled many of us. Some found it boring, painfully boring. Some found it suffocating, some felt stagnant. Some of us were shredded papers all day. Some of us printed, sorted, and filed documents. Some only went out for the field work. Some interviewed actually and called applicants. Some waited for their free company lunch, sana all. And some sat at the desk waiting for a task that never come. And some felt fulfilled in ways they didn't expect. And to that, I think, that's the beauty of dissertation. Because beyond the monotony paperwork, the slowness and the silence, we found parts of ourselves that we didn't expect to meet. And this is exactly the beauty of the HR setting comes in. Because in quiet offices, there is still psychology at work. There is a science of people, motivation, performance, and leadership. IR reminds us that organization doesn't move because of policies. It moves because of people. And understanding people in the workplace, a kind of magic, soft, invisible, meticulous, but powerful. Beyond the expensive-looking office attires, this setting is essential. It is foundational, and it gives organizations structures and a heart. And that slowed down 7-day rotation, we learned that psychology flows quietly as well, through systems, processes, values, and culture. Often unnoticed but always necessary. It is only the setting that gives us the slower space to reflect on our strengths, our limits, our habits, and the surprising ways we adjust when the world stops to rush us. And may we carry these realizations, some funny, frustrating, and meaningful, and even in the most quietest office corners, psychology still speaks. Thank you and good afternoon.